Hey, this is Paulo, and today we're going to do a walkthrough video for the freshmen in mass media or people in EST1. Basically, how to do the Lego project. Um, so, today you're going to be building a Lego from scratch using Solidworks here, and then you're going to build some figure with it, and then annotate it for submission. So first thing you want to do is start a new part here. Click new up here. Click part and hit OK. So this is SolidWorks. Here you can build in 3D, 2D, anything you need. So the mentality behind SolidWorks is start with a 2D sketch and then convert that sketch into a 3D object. So everything you do here will be in, you can ignore these two tabs here, just sketch and features are what you'll be using. So sketch what you'll use first because you want to create a 2D object. So you're going to want to, another principal idea here is by holding down the middle mouse button, the one between the left and right click. By holding it down you can rotate around, something pretty useful, or you can use over here, this button, specific views, like if you want to get straight on, or like a exactly isometric. But for all intents and purposes, this is just fine. Let's see here, front plane. So these are 3 planes you can work in. It's basically just what orientation you want to start in. So for this project, you want to start with the front plane. Oh, excuse me. This here is the origin, little red thing there. This blue square is irrelevant, it's just showing your orientation, helps you perceive it. You always want to start the origin, it just makes things easier in the long run. Also, all dimensions for this first Lego will be in the description, links down below. So here you want to create a square. It doesn't have to be exact, just throw one out there, and then you can change it later. I'll show you how to do that. Also, mouse wheel, general, scroll in, scroll out, works usual. So here we have a tool called Smart Dimension. Smart Dimension basically allows you to change the distance of any line or circle or anything really. So basically, to use Smart Dimension, you click on the line that you want to change. This little thing will pop up here, showing you what it's currently at, and right here it's an estimation. If you look over here, it's a lot more accurate. But when you drag it out here, see how it's kind of loose like this? Just click, and it'll allow you to change that value. So for this Lego, you want it to be 2 inches, and then do it again here by 2 inches. So now you have your first square. Check that out, rotate in 3D, and then now we want to change it to 3D. So here you go to features because you're changing this 2D object to a 3D object, and here's Extruded Boss Base. This basically allows you to create material using your sketch. See, this is the preview page. Here it shows it in kind of yellowish, showing basically what direction it's going to be headed, or what it's going to look like, sort of. And here you can edit those exact dimensions to exactly how far you want it out to be. In this case, it will be 0.75. Check mark there. And now you have your first box. Let's see here. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to create the peg parts of the Legos. So you're going to take your circle here. Just slap on 4 circles, somewhat random, as long as they're inside the square, shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then just like before, you're going to use Smart Dimension, make sure that's checked, click on the item you want to change, and type in the dimension you want it to be. So in this case it'll be 0.5 diameter. Do that for all the circles first. It's more for the more drastic ones, you can see the change a bit better. The first one was pretty close. Okay, so now you have your 4 circles out there. Now you want to change their distance from the edges because you want them to be all neatly organized. So for this, you're going to click on the circle, then click on the line that you want to distance it from. Now, the way Solidworks works is that you can click on either the center to the edge, or you can click on the edge of the circle. So it'll default to diameter, but when you click on the next edge, it'll recognize that you mean the center. So you want to change that dimension to 0.5 from both edges. Oh, excuse me. From both edges. And see, it will be exactly 0.5 from this edge and this edge, so it's squared up. So you want to do this again for all 4 edges. Here you are. Now, if you happen to miss hitting this edge and click out here, you're going to get this message. This says make dimension driven. Basically saying, hey, you've already measured this distance. Which one of these do you want to be true? That's driven or driving. So that just means you missed, so just hit X on that and you'll be fine. Just try again. Make sure it's highlighted red like this or orange or whatever when you're clicking on the line. Make sure it catches. And you'll be fine. If you happen to have put the circle outside the edge, it might think you mean 0.5 the other direction, and it'll put it far out. So that's why it's important to make sure the circles are inside the square. So now you're going to go back to features, and you're going to extrude these 4 circles out. This time you want it to be 0.25. Green check mark up there. And now it's starting to actually resemble a Lego. Now for the back. For the back, you want somewhere for these pegs to go into. So you're going to start by drawing a box on the back. Like before, don't have to be so exact the first time. And for these, the diameter on these is 0.5, and they're 0.5. The center is 0.5 from this edge, so that leaves a 0.25 gap right there. So you want to make these distances here 0.25. So do that all around, and it's important that you don't just do 2 of them and dimension these lines, because later you're going to be changing this to a different file, and that'll make sense later on in the video. So now that these edges are all 0.25, you need to fill the edges, because as you can see here from the top view, let me change this here. There's only 2 points of contacts per circle on the current setup it is. So like if you cut that hole, there's going to be 2 points where the circles actually touch, and we want as much stability as possible. So when you go to the back, you want to fillet the edges. So you sketch fillet, click on the first line and the second line, and that little preview arc will pop up. So do that for all the edges, and then you can change the radius of that fillet to 0.25, the same as the circles. Also, what I did right there is I hit enter twice. That'll complete the operation, and then the third time we'll finish using that tool. So now you can see that instead of just those 2 points right here, this entire edge is being used to create stability for those pegs. So now, instead of using extrude to create material, we want to get rid of it. So you use cut extrude right here. Click on that, and now instead of 0.25, which would be exact for this pegs, sometimes there's some tolerance in the machine that's needed, because maybe your cut isn't exact, and this is and because of this part contacting the top, this distance isn't too irrelevant. So here You want to put it somewhere between 0.25 and 0.3. So I'll put 0.27 here. Check, check. And now you can see that it's created the hole for it. Now, I should have been saving along the way, but it's fast for me, so I can just redo it if I screw it up. But you always want to create a folder for all your files. Let go. Because it's good to be organized, and you're gonna have a lot more files later on, and you don't want to get confused. So you can put just Lego for now, or actually you want to put Lego 2x2 because that's the length and width. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put your we're going to write your name on this. Well, in this case, my name. So basically, what you're going to do, I'm sorry, I did it without explaining. Discard. Go to Sketch, hit this little A up here. C means text. Click on the surface you want to write on, and then type in your name, Apollo. It's sideways like this, and there is a way to fix that, but it's not just hitting rotate. Trust me, wouldn't have tried that. It does that, you see. So there is a way to fix it, but it does take too much time, and it's really not worth taking the time to teach you guys how to do it. If you really want to know, just contact me, or I might make a separate video how to do that. But for this project, we'll need to know how to do it. Talk to Frank. He doesn't care. So yeah. So write your name. Then you want to go to Extrude, make it pop out. I believe it's going to be 0.1. Yeah. So make it 0.1 out. Have your name on there, and then not entirely sure what he wants on the sides, but he wants 2 of them going out and 2 of them going in. So whatever he wants to put on the other sides, have him put. One's probably RHS. And then you just extrude it instead of cut extrude instead of regular extrude. I'm not gonna do the other ones just because I don't know what they're supposed to be. Excuse me. He'll tell you. Okay, so now that that's done, save, and then now we're going to edit this part because we're gonna have 2 Legos, 2 different types of Legos. So we're gonna hit Save As. We're gonna change that 2x2 to 2x4. So we're gonna have 2 separate files now. So if I show you in those files, there's now 2 separate ones. So now we're editing this one. We're going to change it to 2x4. So now we've created this Lego. We're going to change it by going through our original operations, and we're going to change them. So this is the first extrude we did. You can see it's highlighting what you did. So we can go here. We can go to the sketch. Hit this little icon here that says Edit Sketch, and you can change the dimensions. Now here everything's grayed out because it's acting as though it was before you did it. So all you have to do is change one of these from 2 to 4. Double click on the annotation, by the way, will allow you to re-edit it, and change that. Now you just hit Apply up here, and it will extend it. Now if you did all your smart dimensioning right, it should look like this. If you did something wrong, maybe this will be only over here, or circles being weird spots, but that's alright. You can either go back to the cut extrude if you screwed up here and change that one, and as for the circles, you're going to have to put new ones in anyway. So for the circles, you go to that extrusion there, go to that sketch, hit edit, and now we're going to add some more circles. So pop 4 more circles on there. Once again, irrelevant. Over there, start out. Change them all to 0.5 again. Okay, now once again change the distance to the edges. Alright, now you want to change the distance between these two circles. So if the diameter is 0.5, we want them to be 1 away from each other. Okay, so now that your circles are back there, all right space, you just hit apply up here, and it will remember all your settings and will re-extrude that. Save, and now you are ready to assemble. So what you do is you want to minimize this, open the other file also, so you have both of them up, minimize that, they're just down here, and now what you do is that you're going to create an assembly. Basically you're going to build with these Legos. So first thing you do is click new, go to drawing, and paper doesn't matter. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna hit drawing. You actually want to you want to go new assembly. There we go. So here you have everything that's open and minimized. You can drop these Legos on here. So I'm going to start with a 2x2 because it's the easiest. Okay. And I'm going to put another one on there. So what you're going to do is that you're going to create a set of rules that will place these blocks. Right now they're just loose. You know, you can move them well, you can move everything but the one you started with anywhere you want. What we want to do is that we want to constrain it so that they're attached. So you click mate here, which will either make things aligned, attached, or it depends. But pretty simple concept. Just click one edge and click the edge you want it to be like parallel or coincident with. Click and it will move it so that it fulfills those rules. Okay, so like maybe I want to move this. You want it to be on top of there. Okay, so with those two rules in place, I can move it any direction so long as it falls within those rules. So we still have one loose now, so it can still move around like that. So now you want to mate that to the other one. So there you have your first construction, and they're both completely movable from each other. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the requirements are for this Lego, what you're supposed to build, anything specific or not, but I'll just show you the basic principles, and then afterwards they'll be pretty repetitive. So I'm going to insert a 2x4 now. Now we're going to do all the basics. Mate that bottom, this top. Check this side to that side. And then this time, I want it to be a little bit off like that. So as though you had clipped out to the edge. You want just a little bit offset. Like maybe you want a diagonal structure or something. It'll probably be one of the requirements when you get the project. So to do that, because you still want it to be precise, I'll make it a little bit off so you can see it move. You want to mate this edge to this edge, and it'll default to that coincidedness. But instead, you want it to be a specific distance away from each other. So here you click this distance button here, and then change it to whatever distance you want those two surfaces to be from each other. So I'll say 1. Hit enter, and it will update. Hit the green check, and that mate is just as strong as if it were coincident. Those should be the basic principles for building Legos. And if you had built this second Lego from the first one, you shouldn't have any rotational issues. But if you did have a rotational issue, let me show you how to fix that. Or maybe you wanted it this one. Actually, that's a better example. if you wanted this one stay rotating and like going that direction, you would want it to I'll show you how to rotate. So just under the drop down menu of move component, click rotate. Click preferably the top surface of this Lego. You want to go under here under XYZ, and here you can, if you want to rotate a different direction, like up, down, you shouldn't need that. You just want to turn it clockwise or counterclockwise. So for that, you want to change the Z, maybe 90 degrees, and it'll turn it just like that. Okay, so now just want to mate it again. Bottom, top, side to side. Okay, so there you have it. You're starting to build basic structure. You're going to have to build something a bit more complicated than this, but I'm just going to go with this for the sake of time, since I wouldn't be teaching you anything new if I'd finished it. So now you want to save this again. This will be a different file, so it won't pop up here. You want to title it Lego assembly, and then just close it. You don't need these open. You don't have to have them closed. Just minimize them. Now you're going to put it into a drawing for annotation. Oops. Just hit new again. Drawing down here. Hit OK. Don't remember what paper we're using. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's either B or C. You'll be doing the same thing either way. Just hit OK. Now you're going to see here, just like before, open documents. So just go to browse, find whatever your assembly name is, hit open, and you'll see this little box here. This is basically what your first view is going to look like. So first thing you do is you click to put your base view, and you can see it'll be top or side or something. It varies depending on how you built it. And see, you drag out here and you'll see different views. So I want maybe a side view and like a front view, just like that. And then maybe an isometric view, just so you can get a general picture. So those three other views should be enough. Check mark. You can move them around afterwards, but they'll still be like somewhat linked. See? Let's move around, have a bit of space. The isometric view won't be linked to anything. Oops. There you go. Just put it off to the side just for show. Now what you're going to do is you're going to annotate. Basically what you're going to annotate is anything you would need to recreate this Lego. Like if you're going to give this to a friend and they need to know the dimensions. So here you go to annotation. Smart dimension, just like before. You can zoom in a bit. Just label all the basic key components like length, width, the height. You only have to do enough for one Lego. Like you don't have to label each individual Lego, just as long as there's enough information for to make that Lego. So there's that. You always want to do radius or diameter. Let's see here. Height, radius. I might want to have to do one for each type of Lego there. Okay, so that should be enough. But there's also that inside part. So for this, you want to do a section view, which is a little bit different. Go to view layout. Here's section view here. This basically allows you to cut open a Lego and see what the insides look like. So for here, you're basically going to use this line here that's having you create with section view to cut through the Lego. You can say this, yes, partial section cut. Shouldn't need any of that, and it'll create a section view. Basically, cut halfway through where you are, just like that. And from there, you can annotate the internal dimensions. Like so. Okay, I think I got everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and putting your name on it. Let's see here. Just hit note up here under annotation. Click where you want it to be. Type in your name. Oops. Type it in properly. Full name. Maybe your period number. Let's see here. Do another one. Whatever. Top time. Period. I think you guys are 8. I don't know. It'll be different next for other people. And title. I don't know, if you built something specific like a dinosaur or something, put that there, or random thing. Doesn't really matter, as long as it has a title. Make sure you have your name on there. Yeah, and then you're good to go. And then what you do is that you will save it. Oops. Save. Drawing. Change the name to, darn it, here. Let go drawing. There you go. And then you want to do a secondary save as. Now I'm running the student version of SolidWorks at home, so I don't have all the options here, but you'd want to save as a PDF. And basically it'll be just this exactly. It'd be like a screenshot but perfectly aligned. But I can't do that here, so just bear with me. And then from there you want to upload it. Now depending on how we're doing it in the coming years, you'll upload it different ways. Either you can turn in the printed copy, which is just fine, but in case you will be uploading it to the website, I'll show you how to do that. So you go to rhsengineering.org/myast, just like that. Capitalization might matter, not entirely sure. Log in. We'll help you set up your username and password probably before this video or before you have to upload it. So just log in. Pardon my internet. And then you guys are mass media. Can I upload to mass media? Oh, not have to enroll. Okay, I'm in 3 right now. So did all these already, but basically go to the project name. I already uploaded this, but there'll be like an upload button somewhere around here-ish. Just hit upload, find your PDF, and you should be fine. Alright, thanks.